Yeah, I'm from Nashville. No. I'm from the real Nashville. Native in Nashville, raised on the west side when Preston Taylor was the jungle. Rappers didn't mumble, gangsters didn't dance, you got popped, you wore a muzzle. Streets had it cold, we don't know you, we don't love you. Now I'm standing in the crowd full of strangers in my city with some kid from California singing Conway Twitty. In my feelings, cause I'm feeling like the villain in the Ville. To be real, I don't recognize half the people here. There's a tear in my beer, make a toast, take a cheer. Live for the night, yesterday disappeared when they tore down my neighborhood. High-rise condo, friends in high places, fly high mondo.
I got blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces. Beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow, like them outlaw classics. It's that tequila, drinking coke, sniffing peel, popping poke, pimping, go get it. I'ma fuck around and leave with both women certified Nashvilleans, baby, we don't catch feelings. Addicted to bad bitches, adrenaline fast living. Record label, send a contract, I wipe my ass with it. Outlaws, no ass kissing, just like Johnny Cash did it. Yeah, this city, we been going hard long before they named the bars after country music stars. These cars tell them stories of them barroom brawls. The nights we stood in line to hit a line in bathroom stalls. Hit that Tiger Market 30 deep on Friday night. We gon' cruise, holler at girls, and just ride all night. I got blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces. Beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow, like them outlaw classics. So now I'm 17 years old, still wet behind my fucking ears. 5 deep in the prime of Monte Carlo, bumping through the Ville. Country as a mater from the outskirts of the sketchy danger zone. All I knew was eating chickens, chasing girls, and getting home. Past 2 o'clock, Music City with the sleep. Now it's me in New York City with a bunch of shiny teeth. Yeah, they running out of room, but dog, I'm used to pushing and shoving. I dove in every bar from Broadway to fucking DeMario. You ain't never seen a man with no legs jam out with the fiddle. You ain't never seen the witch with spoons get down and wear the whistle. You ain't never been surrounded by some rich kids up in Vandy, broke a beer bottle and chased them bitches all the way to Cactus West. Blood drops in my whiskey. There's too many neon lights. No familiar hometown faces. Beneath these guitars late at night. These were stomping grounds once upon a time. Now it's all glam and flashy. I guess I'm old school, going down slow, like them outlaw classics.
Let the band play.
Church. I am the redneck bitch. Ha! Hillbilly. Hey! Hillbilly. Yeah! Came from the bottom like well water, bitch, 6-string, quick picking, what's good, motherfucker? Ribbon flag, bandana, chromed out, Harley Davidson, damn motherfucker. I stay all up in the limelight, higher than a damn kite. Might be sipping whiskey, turn the story of a bar fight. On MTV with a torchlight, smoking up a blunt while I'm playing with some terrorite bitch. I'm the barefoot rapper, everybody keeping distance from. You hear my name, you know I don't play what the fuck I'm about, where I came from. I know a lot of rednecks, know a lot of real thugs, know a lot of hillbillies, toting scraped off guns, know a lot of motherfuckers in the huddles where I'm from. With a huge pig farm, no fingers, no thumb. Hillbilly. Beer bottle to your head to the beat of my kick drum. Raised in the South, rough hands with slick tongues. Ain't no shit, start of a bitch, come to get some. Sipping on yeast on a 5-gallon milk jug, middle finger kind of guy. Packing me a big ass 1911. Truck so motherfucking loud, God could probably hear that shit way up in heaven. I'm the guy these wannabes rap about in damn near all their weak verses. Got that fire like a devil's son, but you know I'm accepted in all churches. Death to these weak rappers in the studio in a black hearse. Bitch, I'm sick like Zika virus. I'm the king now, son, bitch, close your curtain. Hillbilly. me. Shit, you can bite me, no Facebook beef. If you wanna come and fight me, don't like button heads like a down like a bull. Stick my thumb in your head and the microscope. Oh yeah. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. My throne, this is my throne. Heavy is the crown and this shit is so cold like my veins. I ain't never lied, casting out these demons like I'm casting out a line. Okay, chill, calm your horses, you get killed like abortions. I'm so real, make you feel them bullets hit you in your torso. How you want it, you can get it, split them like some firewood. I'm just out here by myself, wish a motherfucker would. Okay, hit him with a buckshot, no fuck shit, go ahead, call the cops, no fucks to give. What's up, bitch, looking for a lick, well shit, I'm pissed. I don't need no pistol, hit him with fist, life's a bitch, mine's a hooker and she's rich, and I'm a pimp, so up that money, miss me with that funny shit. Country rappers make me sick, half of y'all can't rap for shit. Coming at you like a pit, then I'm passing you like Vic. I feel bad for laughing when this half-ass rapping gonna quit. I ain't known for running, but just know I came to run this shit for real. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right.
Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. 2 times, hit 'em 2 times. Casting out these demons like I'm casting out a line. I ain't lying, fist fight. Who it like a girl in the woods, spinning tires. Painless like a pearl. Ayy, we got the sauce, you with the crust. Feel the hit, sit down deep in your gut. One total gunshot, made the barn rock with the fuck. Middle finger up, cook 'em in the crock pot. High bad while he's running, what up? You ain't never seen me coming, shut up. All my critics, mind your business. Ain't hear nothing but some crickets. Butter you up like homemade biscuits. Don't kiss ass, but damn sure kick it. Bitches, I'm up in these trenches, but still looking like a princess. Princess up and lifted trucks. No DJ, but I mix it up. No replay, so live it up. Don't take L's, we winning, yup. We winning. Come get it. You fake it. We live. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right. Oh Lord, I ain't never gonna run from no one. You fucking with the wrong one, yeah. 'Cause you can get it right, you can get it right. Run up, catch hell, take this L, you can get it right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's race number 5 in the High Country Trucking Series, season number 3, brought to you by NextGenRacing, broadcast to you by NextGenRacing Productions across Twitch and YouTube. Well, tonight's Texas Roadhouse 142 is going to be a quite interesting little battle. We've had 4 winners so far this evening. Tonight, got a little bit of something special for you as we still got about 30 seconds or so left in happy hour. Got a buddy of mine up here that is from 946 Designs. Justin Walters up here in the booth with me tonight. How you doing, buddy? Enforcer, usually out there on the track. Not out there tonight. Any particular reason why? I hear you. Well, we're about to jump into qualifying here tonight. Who do you got any favorites? Anything like any special picks maybe tonight? Even though they're one of your fellow week-to-week competitors.
No, the last few mile and a halves, the 5 truck of Brandon has been coming on strong. Just by the looks of it, looks like if people can keep it off the wall off of 2, they might have a good chance.
Well, as we ride along here with number 19 of Rick Reinert coming out to get his up-to-speed lap. Gonna ride along with him, see what he can lay down. See Rick Reinert working off of turn number 4, coming to take his first time lap, see where he slots in tonight. Pole position so far. Got some other guys out there already put down their fastest, their first lap in front of all of them as we sit right now as we're riding with him on his second lap.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to wind it down after that lap.
It looks like he is shutting it down here. We're going to look, see if we can get a hold of anybody else starting their laps. Looks like the 94 of Joshua Caldwell is coming off of pit road now. We'll jump on board and ride with him for his up-to-speed laps and see if he can put himself up there on pole position or at least inside the top 5 as the number 19 Rick Reinert still on pole as we speak right now. So Justin, as we ride around and watch Josh's first time lap here, how's it going to feel looking up in the booth? Well, not looking up in the booth, but looking down from the booth and seeing some of the trucks that you've been painting running around out there on the track from a different perspective and point of view?
It's going to be nice. Be nice not to be sharing paint with them for a change. Just admire how they look on the track.
Joshua Caldwell's slotting in 21st on his first time lap. Gonna definitely have to be picking up some more speed if he's gonna want any chance at the pole position here. He's about not even a full 10th, 7/10. I apologize, off the leader. Oh, he does improve, but not by very much, up to 21st. Gonna look, see if we've got anybody else out there getting up to speed. Looks like most of the trucks have already went out. already got their laps in, just a few that haven't so far. 16 of Tommy Bush out there running 16th, coincidentally. Looks like Brian Kaufman's already laid down his laps. He's in the 8 machine, coming in 20th right now. John Jenkins in the 7 machine, up there in 3rd place. John's usually fast at a lot of places we go. Be interesting to see what he can do here tonight. Cody Terry up there in the 22 machine in 12th place. Let's see here, who else is out there? Looks like nobody's going to be able to get a hold of Rick Reinert's time. Looks like everybody is pretty much qualified. There's only about 3 drivers that haven't. That's tonight. Looks like we have about 30 cars, 30 trucks, I should say. I say cars a whole lot, Justin. I don't know why.
That's just a force habit. This is the only series we run trucks, so.
Well, I watch you guys long enough, I should be able to get it right. But anyways, trucks, cars, we're getting around here at Texas Motor Speedway tonight for the Texas Roadhouse 142. I don't know, man. Texas is one of those tracks that you're usually right on top of each other throughout most of the race. Oh, Lord, done hit a button. Here we go. I apologize, little technical difficulties right here. Maybe we can get it right sooner or later. Here we go. Looks like most of the field has begun to already grid up. I'm going to throw up your qualifying order for you right there. Alright, a little something different for you tonight. Tonight we're going to take you through your grid here. And first, on pole position, you have the 19 of Rick Reinert, followed in second by the 77 of Lance Yancey. 3rd place, the 7 machine of John Jenkins. Coming in 4th, the 32 of PJ Popham. 5th place, you have the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. And 6th place, the 33 of Brian Maskell Jr. 7th place, the 57 of Damon Coxon. 8th place, the 99 of Eric Blunt. In 9th place, the 80 truck of Brian Littleton. Says GM, but it's Brian Littleton. Coming in 10th in that 24, we have Gavin Martin.
And starting 11th, you got Donnie Stolbitz. 12th is the 22 of Cody Terry. 13th is the 38th of Derek Robinson. 14th will be the 13 of Victor Wagner. 15th, the 843 of Brian Britt. Starting 16th in the 16 car will be Tommy Bush. 17th will be the 28 of Kendall Levon. Starting 18th will be the 97 of Andrew Nypower. Yeah, 19th will be the 53 of Darren. And running out the top 20 will be the 8 car of Brian Kaufman.
And back there in 21st place, the 94 of Joshua Caldwell, the 08 of David Smith Jr. slotting in 22nd. 23rd, you have Donald Bennett. 24th, 98 of Thomas Light. 25th, you got Trent Drum in the 12 machine. Rolling in that number 3, Mark Vyers coming in 26th. 27th, Alan Westman. 28th, Adam Novak in the 44. In the 71, Jason Edmonton 29th. And in 30th, the 04 of Will Smith.
And then right out the field in 31st with the 83 of Richard Smith II. One thing it will be fun to watch, Dave, will be the 96 of Alan Westman, his current points leader. See how he works through the field here.
Trying to get up there with our leaders as we speak right now. Having a little bit of problems finding where they're all at. The screen over here is not showing the leader at this point in time. There he is. There we go. Pace car doing a little bit of weird action on us there too, as the pace car lights are already off as we're set to go green flag racing here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas Roadhouse 142 for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 5. Man, I love it every night I get to watch this. Every Sunday night, pace car hits that hard left turn. 19 gets ready to fire them off. And there they go through the gears of 19 with a good start. The 77 of Lance Yancey out there on the outside, holding strong now. The 7 John Jenkins following him through. Looks like I had to fix something, sorry. Caution's out already. Not quite sure what happened there. Going to take a look back here through the field, see if I see anything going on back here off on the restart further back in the pack. Riding with the 38 of Derek Robinson. See if I can see anything from his point of view. Looks like the car got out of shape. Tommy Bush back there in the back. Everybody was rolling from that point still. Gonna look here going through turn 1 as it looked like it came out somewhere in this region.
It's, yeah, looking back, it's going to be the 16. Spun the tires on the start.
Alright, yeah, so Tommy Bush not having a good start here. Gonna run back one more time before we jump with our leader, see if we can see it real quick. You see him getting loose there on the start, trying to get it back into the wall, just big melee. Whoa, a lot of trucks back there in the back, just nowhere to go for them to get out of the way. Hate to see that happen so early on in the evening. We're riding along back with your leader again, Rick Reinert in that 19 machine. Gonna see if we can't get a hold of Rick real quick, since wasn't quite able to get a hold of him before the race started for winning the pole position. Hey Rick, it's Dave up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey man, sorry I missed you on the pole award. Was doing something else real quick there, man. Congratulations on the pole, keeping it up there for the first corner there. How's the truck?
Truck is pretty fast. I can't wait to see what happens tonight.
All right, man. Well, I know your crew chief's probably already in your ear. We're gonna let you go, man. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
There you have it, the 19 of Rick Reinert. Not much to go off of already here. That's what I was going to say about Texas earlier, is Texas is one of those tracks where usually all on top of each other. Everybody's usually really good here. The banking serves well for a lot of the driving styles of the guys out there in the trucks. So it could either go really, really great, have an awesome, green flag run for a long time, or you can kind of get caught up with these cautions on restarts, people getting overly aggressive, spinning the tires, things of that nature. Justin, how's it for you usually running out there?
It's a little bit easier on Atlanta. Atlanta's a lot older track, harder on tires. Normally don't see too much wheel spin, but things happen. Slipped out of gear. It happens occasionally. Like I said, normally the main issue is just coming out of turn 2, and once they get real tight and go up to the wall if you're on the outside line.
Alright, well, it looks like the restart is back in the hands of the 19 of Rick Reinert. I believe we're going back green flag racing already. Not quite sure. Gonna have to. Yeah, we are. We're going back green here, folks. In the hands of the 19. See if he gets a good jump like he did before. As he fires off quick on the inside, gets a good jump on the outside line. 77 of Lance Yancey falling behind just a little bit. Good gap for the 19. Now back to the 7 of John Jenkins, who's holding strong down there on the bottom. Looks like he's trying to bring the 32 of PJ Popham through with him, as he does, as Lance Yancey dropping back on that outside line now. Watching this 3-truck battle for third place between the 32, the 77, and the 5. Going to see if they get things sorted out quickly or not. The 32 slots in front of the 77. Looks like they've got that position settled. The 5 wants the position, drives it in deep down on the corner. Comes off in front of the 77 of Lance Yancey, who's now going to have to contend with the 99 of Eric Blunt, followed by the 33 of Brian Muskell Jr. and the 57 of Damon Cox right there. Brian Littleton just behind Damon Cox back there. Brian's not usually a frequenter of our truck series here on Sunday night, so glad to see him out there running. Going to try to get a hold of him later on if we can, see if his radio channels are working, see if what we got for him works. As you see there, the 5 trying to get another position, trying to take that spot away from the 32 of PJ Popham for, that's 3rd and 4th place right there. The 5 with a big run through 3 and 4, getting all over the bumper of that 7 as the 7's closing in on your leader, the 19 of Rick Reinert, able to keep the lead the entire time this evening so far. All 8 laps as we're beginning to work lap number 9 down through turns 1 and 2, single file for the top 3. The 32 of PJ Popham losing touch with this top 3. The 5 making a move now down to the inside of the 7. Backs it off just a little bit into the corner. We're going to switch to a different little camera here, see what we can see. Get a little better action shots for you. 7 weaving around just a little bit down into the inside of the 19 side by side, entering turn 1. See who has the momentum. Keeps it going. The 7 fires off into the center of the corner a little bit better than the 19. They're side by side coming off turn 2. The 5 of Brandon Hartwell right behind, followed by the 32 of PJ Popham and the 99 of Eric Blunt, rounding out your top 5, followed closely by the 77 of Lance Yancey and the 33 of Brian Muskell Jr. Still side-by-side battle for the lead is John Jenkins with Rick Reinert. They've been side-by-side for a full lap now. They get close going down into turn 1 that time. Still working that bottom line is the 7 of John Jenkins. The 19 of Rick Reinert gets a little better run through the exit of the corner. Able to hold the outside still just at his bumper. Looks like he's going to have to yield that position to the 7 machine of John Jenkins as John slides up in front of him on the corner exit. New leader, the 7 machine of John Jenkins. See back on the back, Lance Yancey making a move. See if he can do anything with it. Looks like the 19 struggling just a little bit. I mean the 99, oh, sorry about that. The 99 struggling a little bit through the corner there. 77 able to make up some ground on him. Trying to look back through the field, see if I see anything happening. Looks like we might have a little skirmish back here for 11th and 12th. I'm going to go ahead and jump back there with that. We're going to keep an eye on the leaders still to see if anything's happening with them. Justin, what do you think so far?
A lot of nice close racing. You got, back of the front 8 are all within a second of each other pretty much. And then you got the second group here, got a nice little battle all within 3-4 tenths of each other.
I mean, this is a battle we're watching right now for 12th, 13th. Well, 11th, 12th, 13th, all right in there. As you see the 13 of Vic Wagner taking the position from the 66 of Donnie Staub, trying to take it back from him on the outside again. 13 splitting bumpers. Donnie into the wall just a little bit, scraped it up. Sure, that's probably going to cause a little bit of problems later on as we go through this run, as we're only working about lap 15 now of this run. Never really started the race. We had a caution come out very first corner. So basically been green flag running the entire time now, as we've only had one lead change. That was when John Jenkins managed to get by the 19 of Rick Reinert. It was about 5 laps ago. We're working lap 15 of 142 in the Texas Roadhouse 142 here at Texas Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 5. Looks like most of our leaders are still single filed up there. Gonna go back through the pack, see if I see any other happenings going on. Looks like most of the field is pretty much single filed out. So we're gonna take a chance here, Justin. We're gonna throw some crank it up cameras on out here in Texas, see what happens. And wouldn't you know it, the first camera it goes to is one that nobody's around. Here they come in the background. Well, it's not really cooperating with him, so we're going to jump off of that. Back on board with the 66 of Donnie Stobbs as he's falling back. 13 of Vic Wagner able to pick up that position, as it looks like now most of the top front has all spread out within about a second of each other. The only one up there is the 5 of Brandon Hartwell, close with the leader, the 7 of John Jenkins. Looks like a battle's starting to brew between them, so we're going to stay up here with these two gentlemen, see what kind of action they bring us here. Caution is out on the track. Looks like that may have been the 3 of Mark Byers involved with that. There you see it right there. Just gets loose coming off of the turn. Loses it down into the inside wall. Gonna see if we can get a better shot. Right here you see it. There he is coming through too. Just gets a little loose there. Not able to save it down hard into the inside wall. He's definitely going to be using one of those fast repairs that they have. Is They always give one fast repair just in case something happens. Tough night for Mark Byers already. You see most of your field already on pit road, going into their pit boxes here. Love this shot too, down pit road. You get to see all of the trucks lined up there. You see a car taking its wave around. I believe that was the 12 of Trent Drum getting one of his laps back as he was caught up in that earlier incident that we had on lap 1. You see John Jenkins coming off. Looks like he won the race off the pit road fairly easily. But we will go back and take a look just for the heck of it. Yes, he didn't switch the camera quite fast enough, but wasn't close enough to worry about anyways. You see all those trucks rolling off the pit road. It's good to see a lot of the trucks still running. As we sit right now, it looks like we still have 27 out of 31 trucks on the lead lap here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas Roadhouse 142, brought to you by NextGenRacing on iRacing.com, broadcast to you by NextGenRacing Productions across Twitch and YouTube. Man, I don't know, about 15, 16 laps there before that caution came out. Not quite sure if handling was an issue yet. Justin, have you been out there testing this weekend or anything in the trucks to give us any insight on that?
Yeah, after about 10, 15 laps in the run, the wear gets pretty bad, especially as the trucks lighten up. What looked like what happened there with Mark, he probably got a little bit tight, and then finally found grip and just spun him around there.
10-4, we're going to step away for a real quick 30-second commercial. And just as promised, never missed anything. As you still see, the pace car lights are still on. It's going to work its way off of turn 4, coming to get the 1 to go. The pace car lights will go off. You see your top 5 up there on the screen after 23 laps of 142. First place, the 7 machine of John Jenkins. In second, Brandon Hartwell. In third place, in the 33, Brian Maskell Jr. In fourth place, the 77 of Lance Yancey. And then fifth, the 99 of Eric Blunt. Gonna be interesting to see if anybody tries making any moves. See if anybody tries anything different on this restart. See if anybody tries to create any runs. See if anybody wants to just lay back. Already had 2 cautions here within the first 23 laps. Wonder if any of these boys are thinking conservative at this point in time. Alright, as the pace car ducks off, we're going to go green flag racing as it's in the hands of the number 7 as he fires off a little bit early in the restart box, catches the 5 by surprise. The 33 trying to capitalize on that as the 7 now gaps the field by about 4 trucks going into turn 1. Setting sail already as that 7 machine of John Jenkins as the 33 Brian Maskell Jr. working that bottom line, trying to take away that second position now from the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Brian Maskell Jr. is followed by the 19 of Rick Reiner, who's followed by the 99 of Eric Blunt. The 77 of Lance Yancey hanging tough out there on the outside of the 19 on his door right now. Close through the tri-oval. 19 evades him, going to the grass just a little bit. Looks like the 7 set sail without any problems, any issues. Brian Maskell Jr. now able to get by that 5 of Brandon Hartwell, slotting into second place. Interesting to see what the 19 of Rick Reiner does. He's the only truck all the way on the bottom lane now. The 5 ducking down low just a little bit on entry. Able to get a good run off as he starts to gap the 19 now. 77 of Lance Yancey all over the bumper of your original leader, your pole winner. The 19 of Rick Reiner. It looks like he's struggling a little bit right now with the handling of the truck. The 77 still behind him, followed by the 80 machine of Brian Littleton, as well as the 99 of Eric Blunt. That's your top 5, 6, and 7th truck right there, all over each other. Still single file out there in front of them from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Gonna look back here through the back, see if I see anything going on. Looks like Cody Terry and PJ Popham, the 32, are involved in a little bit of a scrum back here, side by side, battling, going through turns 1 and 2. Still close quarters racing as they're coming off of turn 2 now down the back stretch. Oh, 66 of Donnie Stobbs hitting loose. I believe that was the 66. That may have been, I believe it was. Yes, it was the 66 of Donnie Stobbs, just losing it there. As you see him working through 1 and 2, same place. But the other truck lost it earlier, gets into the wall a little bit, sends him to the inside. Oh, some more trucks may have been caught up in that. Little bit of damage there as you see. Hard lick for the 04 of David Schmidt. Hard lick. Definitely going to be using a fast repair for that, that's for sure. Wow, that was one hell of a lick there, Justin, huh?
Yeah, that's... Turn 2 is the tricky one, and it looks like a couple other cars got involved in that afterwards. I didn't get to see how it was.
You see all of our leaders down onto pit road here, taking advantage, getting fresh tires. We're going to go ahead and give you the race off the pit road camera a little bit early so we don't miss it this time. I'll work it a little bit better later. Anyways, Shoot, man, working lap 30. Close race off of pit road. Holy jeez, that caught me off guard. Let's watch that again. Not quite sure who that was. But maybe was it the 5? No, looks like that was the 13 of Vic Wagner. And the 7 of John Jenkins. Vic Wagner, hell of a pit stop. Gonna have to take a look at his time. Looks like 2 tire stop for the 13 of Vic Wagner. That's why he was able to jump out there. And almost past your original leader. Looks like the 16 of Tommy Bush may have stayed out. Inheriting the lead here. That's going to be interesting. Only about 8 or 9 laps on his tire, so maybe not that bad. Been hearing word from a couple drivers that it's about 33-ish laps or so that they can go on a full tank, so 8 laps into it already. I don't know, Justin. I think I'd want me my 4 fresh tires.
Oh yeah, I'm in the same boat. And I also got to remember, Tommy's one on the initial start had a little bit of the issue with the wheel hop, so hopefully he'll got that corrected. He'll be ready to go this time.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't get that wheel spin again, cause a melee in front of the field. That would be interesting and terrible all at the same time. Wonder what the 7 and the 13 are going to be thinking here. I know both of them are very talented and aggressive drivers at times. Not sure if they're going to cut that 16 any slack. I don't think I would cut them any slack myself if I was out there. The top 5 still sits the 16 of Tommy Bush, the 7 of John Jenkins, the 13 of Vic Wagner, the 99 of Eric Clinton, the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. rounding out your top 5. Want to give a shout out to everybody out there watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining in. If you like what you see, come back each week for a little bit more of all of it. We're giving you some different stuff throughout the week, different content, a little bit of wrestling here and there. Want to give a special shout out to all the kids out there at Haywood Elite Wrestling Club. Xander Hill, Kane Bryson, Cole Bryson, Caleb, Caven Wilson, Aiden Bryson, Bryson Chappell, Isaac. The list goes on and on. All you kids work your butts off getting ready to go to the state championship down here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. See you boys at practice on Tuesday. We'll sharpen the iron there, buddies. I can see all of y'all there as we get ready to go back green flag racing. Working lap 31 of 142 for the Texas Roadhouse 142 here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Next Gen's High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 5. Did you see your leader firing off already? Fast firing off already is that 16 of Tommy Bush. No wheel spin that time as you see Vic Wagner able to get by the 7 of John Jenkins. Taken by surprise a little bit how quickly. Caution is out already. Looks like maybe a water bottle or something was left out there. I'm not really seeing much of anything, really. Looks like the 83 of Richard Smith. Let's see what happened to him on this restart here. Everything looks to be going fine. A little bit of wheel spin or something. Not sure what happened. Tires just looked like they locked up and he turned. Not quite sure what happened there. It's the first time I've ever seen truck just turned like that, so very, very interesting to see that take place.
Kind of looks like when he went to go in the 3rd gear, he went in the 1st instead of a mistake and just hopped the thing sideways.
That could very well be it right there. I didn't quite think of it that way, but that could be it. Gonna run through the field here a little bit. What a nice shot that I just absolutely love this shot, man. Gives a good perspective of the trucks in first place. There you see Tommy Bush, the 16 machine, coming in 2nd to 13 of Vic Wagner. Third place, you have 7 of John Jenkins. Fourth place, Eric Blunt. Fifth place, Brandon Hartwell in that 5 machine. Coming in 6th to 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. In 7th place, the 77 of Lance Yancey. 8th place, the 19 of Rick Reiner. 9th place, you have the 80 machine of GM, Brian Littleton. And 10th, you have the 53 of Darren Scandinaro. I probably just butchered poor Darren's last name. There you go. Going to turn it over for you for the top 20.
Alright, so right now in 11th place is the 24 of Gavin Martin. Back in 12th is the 38 of Derek Robinson. And 13th is the 94 of Joshua Caldwell. 14th is the 08 of David Smith Jr. 15th is the 97 of Andrew Nypower. And 16th is the 843 of Brian Britt. And making his way up to 17th so far is the 96 Alan Westman. And 18th is the 98 of Thomas Light. 19th is the 28 of Kendall Levon. And right out top 10 would be the 32 of PJ Poppin.
There you have it, folks. Your top 20 here tonight for Texas Roadhouse 142 at Texas Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series. The race number 5, season number 3. Here at Next Gen Racing, brought to you by Next Gen Racing Productions, broadcast to you across Twitch and YouTube. Been one eventful kind of race here this evening. Once we get to about 17 laps or so, seems like something's been happening. Not able to quite get a full green flag run in yet. Going to be interesting to see what a lot of these trucks do now. Is that 16's been out there for quite some time now. Everybody else in the field out there for about half as long as he's been. Going to be interesting to see how those tires fare on this restart. This pace car's working through 3 and 4. Going to come around and get the 1 to go here any minute now. Justin, man, any thoughts on tonight's race so far?
Not in the race per se. You know, it's tight racing. There's going to be bumping and banging. What kind of surprised me with the last restarts, the 16 got off to a good start, but John on the outside line, I don't know if he just was falling asleep. It looked like he spun a little bit getting going.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened out there with the 7 of John Jenkins. Maybe I just think it was the 16 just catching him sleeping a little bit, thinking maybe he was going to wait a little bit longer because he did have some wheel spin issues early in the race. Maybe just caught him off guard firing off like that. There's some big gaps. Come and take the green flag as they were working down the back stretch now. They should all start to tighten up. Pace car lights are still on, actually, so we're not going to go green flag racing just yet. May have had somebody out of position, or maybe I just picked up the lap count at the wrong time. But we're going to work around the field one more time. You know, going to run through and give a shout out to all the sponsors out there. Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, Next Gen Racing. Feels a little bit awkward with you up here in the booth, but all the guys over there, Justin himself as well, at 946 Designs. Check those fellas out. Go look at their Facebook page. Hit them up. Anything you want done, I promise you, you'll be satisfied. There's some beasts with the brush. All the kids out there at Haywood Elite Wrestling Club, all the coaches' wives. Can't say enough about you guys. It's a family out there. We're raising the next champions. I can guarantee you that. Want to give a shout out to you, Justin, jumping up here in the booth for the first time. Kind of a brave move. You see the field now working itself off of turn 2, coming to take the green flag. Back when we take lap 38 of 142. What do you think is going to happen?
Probably a little bit the same as last. See if John actually pushes the 16 out here on the start. Vic will probably hang back and try to get a nice round of 2, would be my guess.
You see the pace car is off as it's in the hands of the 16, who fires off once again. Pretty good. The 13 able to hang a little bit better than the 7 was last restart. Looks like everything's sorting itself back through the pack without any issue. Side-by-side racing for that second position is a 7 machine and the 13 of Victor Wagner all over each other. Side drafting a little bit here at Texas Motor Speedway. This isn't a super speedway, but Victor Wagner with the aggressive side draft and move down the backstretch to take the lead away. The 13 to the front of the field for the first time. Caution is out on the racetrack. Looks like the 8 may have been involved in that. No, looks like it was the 66. Once again, the 66 must have gotten loose or something must have happened. He's working off turn 2. Ooh, little bit of contact. A little bit of contact between him and I believe that was Mark Byers. Not quite sure what that number was. Gonna have to take a look at that eventually, see who that was. But contact off of turn 2. Puts the 66 into the outside wall. Mayhem from that point on. We're going to jump back up with your new leader, Vic Wagner. First time Vic Wagner's led laps here in quite some time. Was one of the originators back there on the console days. Good to see him having a great run. Texas is one of his favorite tracks. I do know that. Man, that was an awesome move. Aggressive as hell down the backstretch. What do you think, John?
Oh yeah, that was definitely aggressive. It worked out. Something you're going to see a lot in the on the restarts here. You know, track position is important. You want that clean air. I think that's part of what happened there with the caution was the 66 was trying to get a good run there in the 3, and just the gap closed up, and unfortunately, he spun around a couple times. Luckily, no one else got involved in it.
Gonna see if we can get a hold of that 13 of Vic Wagner. Vic, do you got a copy?
I got you, buddy.
Hey man, glad to be talking to you again. That was one hell of an aggressive and power move to pull that off going down the backstretch, man. What was going through your head when you were going down the backstretch? Did you know you were already gonna try it, or did you just wing it?
I knew if I got to get a restart, that 16's got a little bit of damage, so I was trying to keep the 7 pin behind the 16 there and motor on by on the outside. Luckily it stuck and kept it off the fence and got the lead there.
Yeah, buddy, you motored your way right to the lead. Man, that was a hell of a job. Sure, you got your crew chief in your ear. We're going to go ahead and let you go. Hope to get back to you a little bit later in the race.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, once again, Justin, that was a hell of a move. Thought it was pretty aggressive side drafting, but man, he took off like a cannon down to the backstretch and took the lead going into turn 3, and just that was all she wrote. Wasn't anything the 16 was going to do. The 7 followed suit. You got yourself a new leader, Vic Wagner in the 13 machine. Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas Roadhouse 142. Justin, man, you've been awful quiet up here tonight in the booth. What's going on over there, man?
Oh, just trying to get the feel for everything. Well, it is kind of surprising though on this caution is the 16 now he's not in the lead, didn't hop down pit lane. Getting about halfway through the fuel run now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He's been out there for about 8 or 9 laps longer than pretty much everybody else in the field. At least everybody inside the top 18 or 19 at this point in time. Has only made 2 stops. Everybody from 19th and on back has made 3 stops. The 16 only making 1 stop so far, so gonna have to wonder about them tires pretty soon. I'm sure he's hoping to get another caution to keep this track position though.
And that's probably exactly what he's hoping. It's probably another quick caution, everybody will come down.
Got a lot of great, cool cameras. Gonna try to cycle my way through some of these cameras here if the field gets a little bit strung out. As you see the 13 working his way through turns 3 and 4 here, getting ready to go back. Green flag, racing the pace car should be ducking off any minute. There it goes in the hands of the 13 of Vic Wagner now as he takes the restart. Coming to take lap 43 of 142 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Off to a good jump is the 13 on the 7, followed suit by the 16. 5 of Brandon Hartwell trying to make that outside line work out there. Not sure if he's going to be able to do it. The 7 getting a good run on that 13 on quarter exit. You see the field working its way through the back stretch, snaking all over the place, 3-4 wide at times through the middle of the back stretch. 13 still able to maintain the lead over the 7. Looks like the 5's done a little bit of fixing on that truck. Starting to close in on the 7 of John Jenkins is the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. John Jenkins takes it up high as there's another caution out on the track. Looks like I'm not quite
16.
sure.
Yeah, 16 of Tommy Bush
like
got into it. Go ahead.
Sorry about that, Justin. Yeah, you were absolutely right. Looks like the 16 got in a 3-wide battle there.
And we never hoping he was hoping for the quick caution, but I don't think he wanted to be part of it.
As you see a lot of other trucks involved, the 24, the 8. Big time wreck for the 16. You still see him spinning like a top. That's got to be a helpless feeling, just feeling like a turtle on its shell, just getting spun around like that. That had to have been one hell of a ride for the 16 of Tommy Bush.
And it looks like the 83 of Richard Smith second, and the 90 points leader, the 96 of Alan Westman got involved in it as well.
That's something we haven't talked about tonight, Justin. You're actually one of the weekly drivers here. You're gonna miss out on some points this week, but something that you got to keep in mind is so far this year we've had 4 races on 4 different style tracks. Different winner for every 4. No one able to really put a stamp on the season so far saying, you know, I'm the standout driver. If you're going to win this championship, it comes through me. Nobody really asserting themselves yet. Do you think we're going to have another first-time winner here tonight?
I do. I know this track's similar to Atlanta we ran earlier in the season, but it's a little bit tighter and a little bit slower. So I think it'll be fitting more of the people who are a little bit more patient than the aggressive guys.
We look at your race off of pit road, brought to you by Monster Energy. Looks like the 7 is able to take the lead, followed by the 77, the 33, and the 13. Close race off of pit road between the 99 and the 19.
And it looks like with that battle, it looks like we had the 5 truck, stay out. He's coming up on lap 18 of his current run.
Yeah, did have a couple people stay out. The 32 and the 96 of Alan Westman both opted to stay out as well. Not as many laps on their tires, though. Only about 5 or 6 laps on their tires. So they're not in as bad shape as the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Wonder if Brandon's just out there trying to get laps led here tonight. Get a couple points for that. Because nobody's really asserted themselves as a most laps led award winner to here tonight. I know there's no points involved with that, but I still like to give him a shout out and award verbally anyway, because you can lead the most laps in a race. That's usually pretty damn good.
And especially tracks that aren't, Daytona or Talladega. Normally, if you lead the most laps, you're gonna win.
Yeah, we're averaging a lead change about every 4 point whatever laps, as we've only had 4 lead changes here in 47 laps tonight at Texas Motor Speedway for the Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series. Texas Roadhouse 142, brought to you by Next Gen Racing Productions. Streamed to you across Twitch and YouTube. Got my buddy Justin Walters from 946 Designs up here in the booth with me tonight, watching all the race action. Know he's probably missing that gas pedal. There's times when I'm up here and I'm still pressing my gas pedal, because anybody that's been on iRacing or does broadcasting or anything like that is usually got a rig around them, and find myself down there on the gas pedal a lot, especially here lately. It's exciting and fun as hell to watch up here. Justin, what do you think about the view from the booth?
Definitely a nice view once in a while. Definitely looking forward to getting back on the track next week.
I hear you. Think I'm gonna get myself involved with the NIS a little bit more this year with you there, bud. Had some good runs here at Daytona this week. Appreciate all the help and work with the setups and stuff this week, Justin. As all the guys here at Next Gen Racing get amped up and ready to go, get the starts of all their focused in seasons, Road to Pro coming up, all that. Gonna be a interesting year for a lot of us. But we're getting set to go back green flag racing. As you see, the pace car lights are out working through turns 3 and 4. 5 car of Brandon Hartwell is your leader, followed in second by the 32 of PJ Popham, the 96 of Alan Weston, the 7 of John Jenkins, and the 77 Lance Yancey, your top 5. Brandon Hartwell fires off early, gets a good jump on the 32, the 96, and the 7 fighting side by side. Not sure if that's going to be much of a battle. As the 96 has about 10 lap older tires than the 7 does. 77 all over the rear bumper as well. You see your leaders able to take their positions in first and second pretty easily. You see a gaggle of cars back here, third on back, just all over each other. Looks like the 13's a little loose in front of the 19 there. Able to save it. All good. We're still green flag racing. One hell of a save for the driver of that 13, Victor Wagner, able to keep that thing pointed in the right direction. That was one hell of a job. It looks like we got a battle between the 77 and the 33, as well as the 96 of Alan Westman, falling back just a little bit now from third place all the way back to 5th now. You see the 77 able to make that pass and take that 4th place away. The 33 trying to follow suit on the inside, close racing on the exit there. Doing the 77 now trying to battle for 4th place. Brian Muskel Jr. not satisfied with 5th position at this point in time, trying to put a little bit of pressure on the back of the 77, make him make a mistake. 96 holding pretty good there on those older tires, on those 10-lap older tires, and the rest of the field in front of him. Brandon Hartwell able to keep the lead away from PJ Popham, still at about a 1/10 of a second or so. That closes up anymore. I'm going to go ahead and jump up there and bring you that action. Looks like your closest battle after that's about 13th and 14th place right now. As you see the 77 of Lance Yancey closing in on that 7 machine of John Jenkins. If you're looking now at John Jenkins, there you have it with smoked out visor. Love that shot. You can see all the rattling, bumping, and banging that the drivers do inside these trucks. Amazing shot looking back from the quarter panel of that 7 machine. Looking off the nose of the 77 of Lance Yancey at the 7 machine of John Jenkins. Sure PG roof cam. Lance Yancey's let us put on there for tonight's race. Appreciate all the guys out there over in his stable letting us attach that camera there. One heck of a race here tonight as we're working lap 54 of 142 at Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas Roadhouse 142. doesn't look like the 32 of PJ Popham's able to close in just yet. And that 5 of Brandon Hartwell, but Brandon's got to be thinking pit stop anytime here. We're going to jump up there on board with Brandon Hartwell. You see the 32 starting to catch him just a little bit now. As they work themselves through turns 3 and 4, coming back onto the front stretch. Still clear by about 0.2 of a second as that first place machine 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Looks like we're going to jump back here with a little gaggle of cars that we got going on. The 97 of Andrew Nypower involved in this mix, leading the front of this pack right here, followed by the 38 of Derek Robinson and the 08 of David Smith Jr., the 28 of Kendall Lavarnes. Right there in the mix, too. Contact back between 2 trucks back there. I believe that was Kendall and Cody Terry back there getting into each other. Caution is out. We're going to have to back that up just a little bit, see who that was.
You got the 28 right. It was the 28. Looks like got in the wall. Got in the 53 coming out 4 and put him in the wall.
Absolutely right. Just close 3 wide battling. The 13 getting loose on the inside as well. Ooh. Ooh, big contact there. That's definitely going to hurt. Definitely going to end up using one of those fast repairs. Although, that falls into this gentleman's hands right here. That falls right in to the 5 of Brandon Hartwell's hands as he stayed out. He let it stay out earlier. Having to pit probably in the next 5 or 6 laps or so. Able to get the caution. It's going to bring the entire field down to pit road with him. I can pretty much guarantee you to all get 4 fresh Goodyears. Fill that thing up and get ready to keep on going. 5's going to be able to get that track position. Pretty gutsy call if you're a crew chief. What do you think?
Oh yeah, real smart move. And just listen to some of the radio traffic. Sounds like temperature's starting to get a little high back of the pack. So we may not be done with cautions yet.
Yeah, you know, as I stated earlier, man, Texas is just one of those tracks where even if you're in the back of the field, 10th, 12th place, you're still all over the cars around you. Very, very hard to get away from each other. Usually takes a long green flag to make that happen. And that tempers flaring is just part of it. You got to remember, we were just at Martinsville too, so some of these tempers may be boiling over from the past 2 or 3 races. So, going to be interesting to see who can maintain their composure and get the rest of this race here tonight, as we're only on lap 60 of 142 for the Texas Roadhouse 142, brought to you by NextGenRacing, the High Country Series, season number 3. Man, what a night. That's all I can really say is, man, what a night. Looks like we had another lead change on pit road. Looks like the 99 of Eric Blunt elected to take 2 tires that stop, get himself some track position. Seems like track position has been pretty big this evening, so he elects to get 2 tires and leapfrog about 4 trucks there. He's going to be your leader when we go back green flag racing here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. We're still under caution. We're going to step away real quick for about I don't know, let's say it's we're going to step away for about a 2-minute break. We'll be right back with you. You won't miss any of the action here tonight from Texas.
Tell him, boss, Paul.
We're back. Green flag racing at Texas Motor Speedway. 99 fires off to a good start here. Good commanding lead going down into turns 1 and 2. You see the rest of the field following suit, still side by side as the 32 of PJ Popham and the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Brandon is stuck on the outside now. John Jenkins trying to make his way in through to take 3rd place away from 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Looks like he's edging in front of him here. See if the 5's able to maintain that high line. Pulling even once again with him. Looks like the 99 of Eric Blunt falling back through the field after only taking those two tires. Not agreeing with the setup on the truck at this point in time, as we've had another lead change. The 32 of PJ Popham now listed as your leader as we come around to take lap 65. 64, I apologize. No, 65 of 142 here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. Interesting to see what's going on here. It looks like 2 tires wasn't the way to go, but old tires seem to be able to hold on. It's a interesting little concept. Maybe it's a little bit better just to stay out as opposed to just get 2 fresh ones.
Yeah, normally 2 tires, especially the right side, seem to loosen the truck up sometimes a little too much.
Like most of your leaders are starting to sort themselves out. Biggest battle you have right here, the 33 inside of the 24 of Gavin Martin. That's for 8th and 9th place here. As you see the 99, he took those 2 tires, has fallen all the way back to 7th place now. Only about 8 laps into this run. He's going to be thinking about that later on in the evening. He'll probably think twice about taking 2 tires for the rest of the evening. I know that would probably steer me away from that. Going to work a little bit further back in the field as you see the 94 of Joshua Caldo, the 97 of Andrew Nypower, and the 08 of David Smith Jr., 8 of Brian Kaufman, all battling it out here. That's for 11th through 14th right there. Little battles all over the track. Nothing really going on. Looks like Brandon Hartwell started to close in on the leader. If it gets any closer, we'll jump back up there with that battle. Looks like we have another battle back through the pack. The 83 and the 53 of Darren and the 83 of Richard Smith back there battling out for 21st and 22nd position right now. As you see in side by side battling on track between the 94 of Joshua Caldo and Andrew Nypower in that 97. Andrew able to get the run off of the corner, clears the 94, trying a little bit of a crossover, not sure it's going to work. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump back up here. Around 3rd, 4th place as you see the 80 making a move on the 19 of Rick Reiner, the 80 of Brian Littleton. Like I said earlier, Brian making a rare race start here on Sunday nights. He's usually not at the racetracks on Sunday. Able to load a truck up and bring it on down here to Texas to show us what he's got. Brian, a really good race car driver, mainly drives the Xfinity cars and the A Open Series, does run some Road to Pro stuff with us as well. John Jenkins, good run on corner exit on the 80. Looks like the 19 may be slowing this 2-car pack up. You see the 99 and 33, 24, and the 96 all gaining time now on that 19 and 80. Looks like the 5 of Brendan Hartwell starting to close in just a little bit on your leader here. He's looking on the inside of the 32 of PJ Popham. Brandon Hartwell hugging that white line. Not able to get a run going and formulate it here. As you look back, you see the 77 of Lance Yancey running strong in 3rd place right now. Close battle here by the 80 and the 19 coming off of turn 2. Gonna jump on board that 80 machine. There you see Brian Littleton. Don't get to see him very much, as I said earlier. Truck Rick Reiner slams it down there into the corner. Close race in the corner exit. Look at that picture. Into both cockpits. That's one hell of an onboard camera that we have here tonight. Thanks to all the guys at NextGenRacing for installing that camera for us. Looks like the 80's pedaling just a little bit, letting the 19 go back by him. Close racing. Looks like the 5 of Brandon Hartwell's trying to make that pass on the 32 of PJ Popham again. PJ protecting that bottom, not giving a full lane for the 5 to use. 5 with a good run off all over the bumper of your leader. PJ Popham, the 5 of Brandon Hartwell, trying to take that position away as we're working lap 76 of 142 here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 5. Brought to you by NextGenRacing on iRacing.com. See the 5 try to take the lead. They're not able to make it stick. Still hugging the bottom as they're side by side going into turn 1. Still side by side working their way through the center, coming off of turn 2 now. Side by side racing for the lead as they're working their way down the back stretch. The 5 of Brandon Hartwell and the 32 of PJ Popham on the outside. Plenty of room to race through the corners here, as they're still side by side for now. What makes 2 full laps. These two have been going at it, still not settled it just yet. 32 of PJ Popham inches forward into the corner. Gonna try to slide down just a little bit. Takes the run away from the 5 as the 32 is able to maintain the lead. Keep that 5 truck of Brandon Hartwell digging on the bottom. Coming back with another run again to try to going down into turn 3. See these leaders battling hard still. Lap after lap, neither wants to yield. Looks like the 5 has to give it up there. 32 of PJ Popham with a tremendous run out of turn 4, able to gap the 5 machine now. Looks like back here in the back, looks like we got a close battle brewing now. 80 of Brian Littleton able to get by the 19 of Rick Reiner. Looks like the 19, yeah. 19 all over the bumper of that 80 machine. Sometimes I get confused with all these numbers. So yeah. Now, this is a battle that's been going back and forth for about 10 laps, Justin. Just back and forth racing, crossover, slide jobs between these 2 truck drivers. You think either one of them is going to give anytime soon?
Not until the tires start giving.
You're still watching this battle for 5th and 6th position, back and forth between the 19 of Rick Reiner, the 80 of Brian Littleton. PJ Popham still your leader up there. Brandon Hartwell trying hard. Looks like he might be able to get it done here. on this lap. There you have it right there. Pass almost into the grass, but 5 able to steal the lead at the line. See if he's able to keep it going down into turn 1. Looks like he's able to clear the bumper of the 32 as we have our 9th lead change of the evening here at Texas Motor Speedway. Working lap 82 of 142. 5 of Brandon Hartwell able to slot himself into the lead. Brandon's one of those drivers that seems to run good week in and week out. Had a lot of trouble this year so far with being up here in the front and having late race cautions that just don't go his way. Able to come away with a good finish last week at Martinsville Motor Speedway. A little bit south, a little bit warmer weather here at Texas Motor Speedway. As you see, the 32 still not going anywhere, all on the bumper of that 5 machine as they're working about lap 24 on this green flag run. So it's going to be interesting to see if anybody starts thinking about short pitting or stretching it.
I don't know about anybody stretching it this time. May see some guys short pit here because they will have to pit at least one more time to make it to the end after this.
As we work ourselves back through the field just a little bit, we're going to go ahead and work ourselves through the field entirely here. As you see here in first place, the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. And in second, the 32, DJ Popham. Third place, you have the 7 of John Jenkins. In fourth place, driving that 77 PVG car, the 7 Lance Yancey. I already told you his car number. Didn't really need to tell you that. Looks like Rick Reinert on pit road. Rick Reinert's one of those drivers that decided to go down pit road. That's going to be interesting. No, he didn't. That's interesting. Someone went down pit road and thought it was Rick. Wasn't. Rick Reinert's now listed in 4th place. I don't know how that happened, Justin. That was interesting. Maybe he got a little loose there and it looked like he was going down pit road. Not quite sure about that, but that's your top 5. The 96 of Alan Westman.
That was a 32 PJ. Went down in the pit road.
There you go. Thank you for correcting me. That's why it's always good to have another set of eyes up here. As you see the 32 just now coming off the pit road. Appreciate the heads up on that, Justin. It looks like our next closest battle isn't until all the way back there between the 94 of Joshua Caldo on the 4th and in 14th place the 98 of Thomas Light. Stumbling a lot here tonight. Not really sure why. Interesting. Anyways, 96 of Alan Westman, as you see, still slotting in 5th position. Your leader still the 5 of Brandon Hartwell, followed by the 7 of John Jenkins. John, one of those early race winners that we've had this year. John able to win out there at, was it Atlanta, I believe it was that John won? It was either Atlanta or Las Vegas, not quite sure. I think it was Atlanta, though. I know it was a really, really close finish. One of those incidences where last lap kind of deal. 3-4 wide, and it just didn't work out, and John was able to capitalize on it. One hell of a race finish, that race. I do remember that much. As you're looking off the hood, the 7 here, John Jenkins trying to close in on that 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Before we go, green flag pit stops. Looks like we got another taker on pit road already. Not quite sure who that was.
Looks like you got the 33 and the 80 coming down pit road right now.
Looks like a little bit of short pitting. Maybe not by much, maybe by only 3 to 4 laps, but those fresh tires could end up being key later on if we get a 2nd or possibly 3rd green flag run here. Those few seconds that you gain on them fresh tires could mean a lot. Could mean the difference here tonight.
Oh yeah, with short pitting, you can stretch it. Hopefully, you can stretch it out to probably about lap 120 and have fresh tires for the last 20 lap run. That's presuming we go green the rest of the way.
Looks like the 5-year leader gonna hit pit road. John Jenkins, the 7, gonna take over the lead now as the 5 of Brandon Hartwell's on pit road. All the drivers got to be thinking, don't slide through my box, don't speed on pit road. Black flag here at Texas Motor Speedway could end your night, especially on a long green flag run. You'd end up going down probably a lap and a half at least. Just not like other tracks like Pocono, Michigan, where you have a better chance. Of the 7 on pit road now. Going to see if the 96 follows. The 96 doesn't. The 96 stays out there on the track. He assumes the lead. We have our 11th lead change here tonight, working lap 93 of 142 here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas Roadhouse 142 for NextGenRacing's High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 5. Alan Westman, also one of those early winners this year, won the Daytona race, our first race this season. Won it, punched himself a ticket as he's sliding, trying to get that thing woed up. Got to be interesting to see if he got caught speeding on pit road a little bit later. So I believe the 13 of Vic Wagner is now going to be the one who inherits the lead. You see the 33 there battling closely to get his lap back already. Able to get his lap back on the 13 of Vic Wagner now. It's going to be interesting to see how far ahead that 33 can pull, because the 13 still has to make a pit stop. And with the 33 already getting his lap back, that's going to vote well for him for making up time. Looks like the 80 of Brian Littleton actually is going to be one of the most benefited drivers from this green flag pit exchange. Actually, I take that back. Looks like the 32 of PJ Popham is going to be the driver that inherits the lead here once that 13 of Vic Wagner decides to pit. Looks like Vic Wagner's already on pit road, so the 33 back to the lead. 32 back to the lead. I apologize, PJ. Big gap. That 32 of PJ Popham stopped probably 4 laps before the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Looks like about 5 or 6 laps actually. And just look at the gap that gave him. That gave him almost a 6-second lead now. So 5 laps turned into 6 seconds. That's a hell of a difference to try to make up.
Yes, it is. I think right now, I mean, Brandon's fast, but his best bet is probably try to save a little bit of fuel and just hope for a caution between the pits in the next pit cycle.
As we're looking here on track, I'm going to go back through the field a little bit. Don't see any real battles brewing or anything of that nature. This looks to be about the closest one between the 80 of Brian Littleton and the 77 of Lance Yancey. Battle is for 4th and 5th position on track. Looks like the 77's a little bit faster at this point in time. The 80 letting them have the inside, going into turn 3 as they work through the center of 3 and 4. The 77 able to clear the 80 on exit. Going back to the stripe to take lap 99 of 142. Well, Justin, going to try something a little different again since we're all spread out. Should get some good out of it this time. We're gonna work back up with those crank it up cameras. like a little bit of crank it up action. Didn't work out that bad that time. So you see the 7 of John Jenkins all over the 5 of Brandon Hartwell now as the 13 is trying to keep himself on the lead lap. Actually already down 1 lap here as the 32 of PJ Popham was able to go by him on the high side earlier. We were cycling our way through those crank it up cameras. You've seen him pass him on the outside. Coming down the front stretch. Good close battle here between the 7 and the 5 of Brandon Hartwell and John Jenkins. About 3 seconds back to your next battle between the 77 of Lance Yancey and the 80 of Brian Littleton, followed by the 33 of Brian Muskell Jr. and the 19 of Rick Ronner. John Jenkins with a bold move there to chop across the nose of the 5 truck. 5 of Brandon Hartwell letting him have the position at this point in time as we're working lap 103 of 142 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Tonight for Next Gen Racing's High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 5, brought to you on iRacing.com, broadcast to you by Next Gen Racing Productions across Twitch and YouTube. Justin, man, starting to get a lot of laps in here now. Trying to see who all's out there as far as late bloomers, comers and goers. Who do you think's got a shot at running that 32 down?
Honestly, right now I think my best bet, if it stays green, I don't think anybody's going to catch them. I mean, I know John and Brandon are slowly getting on them. I just don't think they'll have enough time. The nice hard charger orders right now would be Allen in the 96. He started 27th. He's up in the top 10, sitting in 9th at the moment.
And well, I'm going to throw one out there. I may be a little bit biased because I do tend to do a lot of spotting for him, especially in another series. The Go Fast Racing League, also brought to you on Next Gen Racing Productions. You can catch us Friday nights, 8 p.m. We go happy hour racing, 9 o'clock qualifying and racing. I'm going to go with the 80th of Brian Littleton. Not around a whole lot on Sundays. Jumping in the truck here, getting it done tonight. Top 5 as it sits right now. A little bit behind, about 8.5 seconds or so behind the lead, but I know Brian's always thinking about strategy, so if I had to pick one, I think that's the one that I'd pick to watch for the remainder of the race. As I say, that looks like the 19 and 33. Close battle here for 6th and 7th place behind that 80 machine of Brian Littleton.
Yeah, they've been trailing the lead back and forth here, or position back and forth here. Unfortunately, it's letting the 96 and the 24 gain up on them.
It looks like the 96 and the 24, though, have a little bit of battle between themselves as well. So they're catching up, but they're slowing themselves down as they're doing it. 96 able to take the position there on the outside. Alan Westman up into 8th place now. 24 of Gavin Martin and Andrew Nypower rounding out your top 10 in that 97. We jump back on board with your leader, the 32 of PJ Popham, as he's working through turns 3. Gonna run through the field just a little bit here while we have a chance. No real battles going on here. As I said already, your leader coming to take lap 110 of 142. 32 of PJ Popham, followed in 2nd by the 7, John Jenkins. John Jenkins led some laps earlier, one of the early race winners this year. 5 of Brandon Hartwell coming in 3rd. In 4th place tonight, 77 of Lance Yancey, followed by the 80 of Brian Littleton. 6th place is 19 machine of Rick Reiner, your pole winner here. 7th place, the 96 of Alan Westman. In 8th place, you have the 33 of Brian Muscella Jr. 9th place, the 24, Gavin Martin. Once again, rounding out your top 10 from Pennsylvania, the 97 of Andrew Nypower. Not a whole lot going on, not a whole lot of action here tonight. Once it got spread out, looks like there's going to be a little bit of a battle starting to take place.
I'm sitting here watching Lance a little bit while you're going through the field. He got starting to get a little loose coming out of the corners.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit late in this run, so handling should start to be an issue for some of these drivers. Gonna have to see who can hang on to it, as we're almost now gonna have to get our second pit stop. Two pit stops under green. That's gonna play into the hands of I believe PJ Popham, who is looks like back on pit road already. He's going to be trying to short pit and take to the lead. See how long the 7 of John Jenkins is willing to stay out there, knowing that the 32 is able to gap the 5. And it looks like the 5 of Brandon Hartwell is also on pit road with the 32, so he's trying to make up some of that lost time. Looks like the 7 of John Jenkins blowing it up, trying to get on pit road as we speak. We bring you some excellent shots of the back of buildings here at NextGenRacing Productions. Just wrong camera angle there. The 77 of Lance Yancey taking the lead now as we're working lap 114 of 142. First laps led today for the 77 of Lance Yancey. He's been up there hovering around the top 5 all day long. As you see in front of him, the 32 of PJ Popham did not go a lap down. Lance Yancey into the wall hard, into the grass now. Back up in front of some of the trucks. I believe it already pitted the 19, the 80. Going by your leader, the 77, who's slow on the track now. The 5 of Brandon Hartwell's got to be hating what he's seeing, as that 32 is just walking into the sunset now. With all of this lap traffic, that's not going to vote well for him. 3 wide coming around slower vehicle. Leader 77 Lance Yancey hitting pit road now. Looks like the 19 of Rick Reinert assumes the lead now. What some of these leaders have got to be hoping for is a caution right now, because if a caution should fly, looks like there's only about 12 cars on the lead lap. So the 19 of Rick Reinert, the 96 of Alan Westman, the 80 of Brian Littleton, 57 of Damon Cox, all got to be thinking about pitting soon. As you see the 19 and the 80 on pit road right now. 96 of Alan Westman assuming the lead. He's got to be praying for a caution, hoping he can catch a lot of really, really good cars, a lot of really fast cars down one lap, as there's now only about 11 trucks on the lead lap as we're working lap 117 of 142 here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway for the High Country Trucking Series race number 5 at Texas Roadhouse 142. So you see Alan Westman, your leader, still electing to stay out there on the track. A lot of other drivers already pitted. The 9th place car of John Jenkins, the 5 of Brandon Hartwell, the 32 of PJ Popham, the first one of your leaders on pit road, slotted in 7th position right now. Alan Westman still staying out on track, working through turns 3 and 4 here. Looks like Tommy Bush is pulling it down pit road now. You see a lap down vehicle to 83 making his way by your leader, the 96 of Alan Westman, still out there on track as we speak. 2nd position, you have the 57 of Damon Cox, and 3rd to 53 of Darren. 4th place, the 13 of Victor Wagner, and the 5th place, the 32 of PJ Popham. PJ's the first car to make that last pit stop unless we get a caution flag somewhere here between now and the end of the race, this should be the final pit stop for a lot of these truck drivers. And it's playing into the 32 of PJ Popham's hands. PJ's got about a 2 or 3 second lead over the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Brandon's got to be saying, if it wasn't for that lap traffic, that slower traffic, I may have been able to close in just a little bit more on that 5 machine. The 5's starting to close in on 4th place, the 13 of Vic Wagner. We're going to jump back here with that battle as the 4 trucks in front of the 32 of PJ Popham. When they pit, they will end up giving up those positions. You see 32 working his way past the 13 now, going down into turn 1. See 32 of PJ Popham now taking over 3rd place, trying to run down your front 2 leaders, the 96 of Alan Westman and the 57 of Damon Cox. Staying out on track, still hoping for a caution. Must have had some bad luck out there on pit road, as it looks like there's only now 6 cars on the lead lap. Maybe some of those cars got hit with some speeding penalties. Not quite sure. But as you see, the 32 of PJ Popham still trying to run down the leader of Alan Westman, who has not pitted just yet. Out there for about 32 laps now on this green flag run, as the 32 still continuing to put cars a lap down when he reassumes the lead. Once that 96 of Alan Westman pits, Alan's still out there on the track. 3rd place right now, you have the 5 of Brandon Hartwell, and in 4th place, the 7 machine of John Jenkins, and the 13 of Vic Wagner. 6th place, the 33 of Brian Muskell Jr. Looks like the leader, Alan Westman, in that 96 on pit road now. Gonna have to see where he comes back out. The 32 of PJ Popham working himself through the tri-oval, and now gonna reassume the lead here. Gonna have to check the books, but I believe PJ Popham could be working himself into winning that award for most laps led here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway. As the 19 of Rick Reiner, one of your early leaders, your pole sitter for tonight's race here at Texas Roadhouse 142, able to unlap himself now. He's going to be hoping for a caution too to close himself back up with the rest of the field. Looks like Brandon Hartwell slotted in 2nd place, about 3 seconds behind, followed by the 7 of John Jenkins, the 33 of Brian Muskell Jr. in the 5th place, the 77 of Lance Yancey. Newcomer to almost the top 5 tonight, the 24 of Gavin Martin. 97 of Andrew Nypower up there in 7th place. 8th place, my pick tonight. Falling back a little bit, the 80 of Brian Littleton. Ninth place, the 8 of Brian Kaufman. Haven't spoke about Brian very much tonight either. Then the 10, 10th place, the 99 of Eric Blunt. We're going to jump back here through the back, take a look at a little battle brewing between the 5 and the 7. Looks like the 7 is starting to close in a little bit on that 5 machine of Brandon Hartwell. You see the 5 of Brandon Hartwell working himself through lap traffic now. Able to get by that lap truck. The 7 of John Jenkins down there on the bottom. This little 2-car battle that you see going on right now as Brendan slides right up in front of that lap truck. Very, very close call. Able to let the 7 of John Jenkins get door to door, coming through 3 and 4. They're side by side as they come off of turn 4. Gonna see who keeps the momentum up and can get that second position. Looks like John Jenkins is able to get it done. Close racing coming back down into turn 1. John Jenkins down on the bottom, takes the position away. Now slotted in third place, the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Looks like Lance Yancey is about 10 seconds back in 4th place. So not much of very many battles going on here. Looks like this is your closest battle for 2nd and 3rd place. Gave up about a half a second to the leader running through that battle, those 2 trucks did. Wonder if anybody has got anything for the 32 of PJ Popham though here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, it looks like John gained the 10th back that last lap. I just don't think he has enough laps to get back to him.
Yeah, Justin, I'm looking at it right now. Looks like we're going to be coming to take 10 to go here. The 32 of PJ Popham short pitting twice at the right times, getting a jump on the field. 10 laps to go here at the Texas Roadhouse 142. Your leader, 32 of PJ Popham. Looks like he's going to win that most laps led award here tonight. If he leads these last 10 laps, that'll give him 52 laps, almost half of the race. Pretty sure nobody else is going to touch that. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to get some statisticians out there to take a look at that for us, but I believe I am correct on that one. Not too many battles out there on track right now. Looks like the 80 of Brian Littleton's closing in a little bit on that 24 of Gavin Martin, who's running in 6th place right now. Other than that, not very many more battles at all, as we only have about 13 cars on the lead lap here tonight out of the 31 that started the race. Only a few not out there anymore. It looks like we've only lost 4 cars for the entire evening, so all the trucks still out there running. Some of them not running as good as they would have liked. Ran into some trouble earlier. But all in all, a good race here for the second half, Justin.
Oh yeah, nice clean. Gone through what, almost 3 pit cycles, and hopefully we can finish it out on the green. It's unfortunate on Lake and the road life. We get to less than 4 to go, get a caution on the race under yellow.
You say that 3 wide battle between a lap car and 2 lead lap cars. The 13 of Vic Wagner taking it to the bottom to get by the 97 and the 24. Some cars would ask, you know, why is a lap down car running that hard? Well, there could be another lap down car right in front of them too that he's racing for position. At this point in time, I don't believe that's the case, as that's the 80 in front of Vic Wagner right now, but still, as a race car driver, you're built to go after it and go get it until the drop of that checkered flag. So I don't blame Vic for racing hard still here late in the race, as we're working with 6 laps to go here at Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas Roadhouse 142, brought to you by NextGenRacing Productions, broadcasting the High Country Trucking Series race number 5 season 3 at NextGenRacing on iRacing.com.
Yeah, it looks like John cut that lead down just a little over 2 seconds, but he's gonna run out of laps to catch up to him.
Looking back at my timing sheet, looks like the 5 has fell back just a little bit from the 7. Maybe that's allowing him to gain a little bit more time by having him freed up a little bit. No air dragging him down, so to speak. Just don't think he's going to have the time to make up a little over 2 seconds in 4 laps. I just don't think he can get it done. You see leader 32 of PJ Popham working through turn 3 and 4 here. Going to come to take 3 laps to go. If the caution flag were to fly, that would be the race. PJ Popham would go on to be your 5th different winner in as many races this season for NextGenRacing High Country Trucking Series. Just speaks volumes to the level of talent that is involved in NextGenRacing and High Country Trucking Series, our truck series at NextGenRacing. To put 5 league races on and have 5 different winners is almost unfathomable. You can try to duplicate this stuff, but it just doesn't happen, man. Like we can't make this shit up. Just amazing group of guys out here. As you see, the 32 is pretty much just gonna walk off into the sunset here tonight.
Yep, just gotta make it the last lap here.
Final lap through turns 1 and 2 for the 32 of PJ Popham. Caution comes out now. It doesn't matter. It's the end of the race anyways. He works himself down the back stretch going into turn 3. There you have it, folks. Checkered flag here tonight at Texas Motor Speedway for the Texas Roadhouse 142. Your winner, your 5th different winner tonight. Oh, not different winner tonight. 5th different winner of the season here tonight. The 32 of PJ Popham punches himself a ticket into the chase for the High Country Trucking Series this season. Good race here tonight. Gonna take a look out there, see who we can get a hold of tonight.
While we're working on that, just was a good race, guys. Had a few cautions early in the run, but once we got a chance, nice green at the end. And you see there in the replay, the 5 giving the 32 a nice little congratulator bump, put him in the grass, and then he's gonna burn to the ground.
There you have your top 5 brought to you by 946 Designs and Haywood Elite. Your winner tonight, the 32 of PJ Popham, followed by the 7 of John Jenkins. The 3rd place, the 5 of Brandon Hartwell. Coming in 4th, the 77 of Lance Yancey. And in 5th place, Brian GM Littleton. Gonna try to get a hold of some of the drivers here tonight. See if we can't get a hold of anybody as we start to bring you the finishing order here. Gonna see if we can't get a hold. See if we can't get a hold of that number 80 machine of Brian Littleton. Brian Littleton, this is Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on, brother man? Mentioned you a couple of times tonight. You were my pick to win the race about second green flag pit stop there. Didn't quite get it done, but noticed you out on track. You're usually not here on Sunday, so I figured, hell, wild card, let's go win it. How was it out there tonight?
That wasn't bad. It was a lot of fun. Me and the 19 spent a lot of laps side by side. That was some fun battling that out. Yeah, that last stop, I slid through my pit box and kind of screwed myself up. But overall, it was a pretty good night, I thought. Had a lot of fun.
All right, yeah, man. You gonna make any more of these this year, or just kind of play it by ear how that goes?
Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss for me. Scheduling under normal circumstances don't allow for me to run tonight, but tonight it worked out, so I figured I'd come in and run with you guys. If I get a chance again, I'll definitely be in. I always have a lot of fun with you guys. You guys do a great job.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you coming. Anybody you want to give a shout out? Justin, you got anything for him?
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, just thanks to you guys, what you guys are doing up in the booth, and all the admin and everybody that puts this stuff together. These things are difficult to put together if you don't have the right group, and looks like they got the good group here, and look forward to next time if I can make one.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you later. We'll catch you throughout the week. We'll catch you over there Friday nights for the Go Fast Racing League, brought to you by NextGenRacing Productions as well. Good luck and see you later.
Yeah, but thanks.
Gonna see if we can get a hold of your race winner here, the 32 of PJ Popham. PJ, you got a minute? Well, that's kind of interesting. See if we can try that one more time. PJ, you got a copy? All right. Well, it looks like PJ's not talking just yet. Celebrating a little bit. Maybe we won't get to talk to him tonight. Justin, hell of a race here tonight, man. Enjoyed your company up here in the booth tonight. So you gonna be back on track next week?
I'll see. See if we get all these electrical problems fixed out in the truck. Hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, probably just watch with you guys.
Alrighty, well, with all that being said, gonna throw your race results up there one more time for you before we get ready to go here. One hell of a race here tonight for the High Country Trucking Series Season 3, race number 5. Race number 5 brought us yet again another new winner for season number 3. 5 winners this year for 5 races. Shaping up to be one hell of a season. We're going to step away, but before we go, we're going to bring you just one more little bit of action that I always like to throw out there. Once again, a shout out to everybody at 946 Designs, Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet, NextGenRacing, Go Fast Racing, NextGenRacing Productions, and Haywood Elite. All the kids out there, Kane Bryson, Cole Bryson, Aiden Bryson, Ariana, Xander Hill. All you girls and boys do a hell of a job out there. Can't wait to go to the state championship this Saturday night. Hope to get you some action there too. Till then, enjoy this little video.
Tell them boys power, drink to your door. If they hang, you gon' tell them get they dough up. Party through the night till the sun up. Hustle all day, no breaks till you come
You
up.
better slow. You better slow. You got green, purple, brown, white, gone almost every night. That one at the crib when you get home, she gon' get you right. You don't play games and they know what's up. If it ever go bad, you gon' pop your trunk. Hey, extend up with that Keisha, them boys better duck when they see you. You got plenty guns, you eager. You gon' fire off with that Nina. It's get dough and mo dough. It's smoke dro and Modro. You feel like that's real life? That's real life? Oh no. You girls that you you a man. Where's the that you wasted your time? You ain't did it again. Out of yourself and you thinking you winning. You know in your heart that they really living. I am your brother. I'll soon over you. You can be you live. Slow down.
sun up. Hustle all day, no breaks till you come.
You better slow. You better slow. Might as well get back to the point. Look, you ain't really about that life. You ain't never been no trap. You ain't never bust no strap. Ain't no line. You ain't never sold no crack. The only thing you poppin' is a pill. Homie, chill. Teardrop on your cheek, but we know that ain't real. Who you kill? Talk so hard, my dude, but we know it ain't true. I know that's fake. You claim you what? Hold up. Who initiated you? It's cool, I wait. See, I know real killers, real gang bangers, real drug dealers, and they ride around with that work and tell me they don't go to church cause they thugs feel me and they packing pistols in the back of vans. Seasoned shooters, holders, Adirans, like to block up like Afghanistan, choppers like a Taliban. Homie, understand, when you playing with the flame, that you bound to get hurt. Trying to be a bad boy, but mess around and get smoked, but we know that you ain't down to get murked. Better slow down.
Power, drink till you throw up. If they hang, you gon' tell them get they dough up. Party through the night till the sun up. Hustle all day, no breaks till you come.
You better slow. You better slow.
Tell them boys slow down, slow down, slow down. Tell them boys slow down. Bang, hold up. Tell them boys to poke up. I love the feeling till you kneeling on the floor to throw up. Man, hold up. See, I done came down. We either losing or we doing time. Either way we losing time. We tell them boys to slow down. They like, what fuck? Cause it's about to go down. Oh, you ain't no all of it, yeah, all of it. Ruins life, but y'all all love it. I ain't innocent though, cause we all does it. But I'm close enough to see it's all of it. Chasing after the wind. You never will win, it feels good again and again, but leaves you empty again in the end. Chasing after the wind, you never will win, it feels